the firm that flagged all of this. It tracks blockchain transactions. Its CEO is Nicholas Vaiman. Nicholas is with me now. I'm grateful to you, sir. We won't get into too much detail on the actual case that we're talking about here, Nicholas Vaiman, but instead, this idea that it's unregulated, that you can have an anonymous, your Bitcoin account or your crypto account is your identity, is I suppose it is the exact opposite of KYC, know your customer regulations, that you find everywhere else in the financial industry.
Yeah, completely. Hello, everybody. Richard, thank you for having me. Polymarket is a very special prediction market because it is based on a blockchain. It is based on Polygon, meaning that the underlying technology is the blockchain. So every Polymarket account is abstracted, we can say, by a crypto wallet. And then the user has the opportunity to fund this account either with a bank account, with a traditional bank, or with crypto. But of course, for most of the insiders that we've exposed, this is not the first time we've done this, but for most of these insiders, they use crypto. Why? Because if you use your bank account, the information can get subpoenaed by your government very easily at the click of a button. But if your account gets funded by your crypto wallet, that itself got funded by an unregulated offshore centralized exchange, you're basically off grid. So for the insiders who are benefiting from various privileged information, of course, they're going to pick the crypto funding.
So this is an accident waiting to happen, in a sense. And we always know that regulators are always 3 paces behind, just by dint of experience. Regulators are behind those who will be wish to do ill. What needs to happen for these very specific types of cases without creating some massive regulatory burden?
It is a fascinating question, and it goes into crypto at large, because crypto moves at the speed of light, but regulation moves at the speed of paperwork. So by the time new regulations are drafted, crypto has already morphed into something else on a new chain under a new name, but it's basically the same. And we've seen this happen so many times in crypto where regulations come 1 year behind and it's already a lost battle. I also want to add that jurisdiction in crypto is a nightmare, because what happens when, as Marshall said, Polymarket is not even in the US yet. So you're basically like, what jurisdiction are we even on here? You could have, for example, a scam happen in Dubai, scamming a bunch of people in Europe. Who's even in charge? Where are you even having a court?
But Nicholas,
Nicholas,
at the end of the day, we have to rely on, I suppose, an element of integrity. I mean, no, well, we don't have to rely on it. We've either got to rely on regulation, and if there are people who are determined to be bad actors and use insider information and setup, then we have to find ways of stopping that and punishing. Otherwise, frankly, should we just turn off the lights and go home?
No, I completely agree with you. And this is what actually happened, I think, a couple of weeks back in Israel. An insider military personnel was arrested. We didn't have much information about who exactly, but he got arrested. And I actually believe that we have to enforce some kind of regulation. But now it is state of the art. It is up to Polymarket and Kalshi to find the good resolution of these issues.
I'm so grateful you joined us tonight.
I also want to add something, Richard.
Go ahead, please, go ahead.
Thank you very much. I just wanted to add that in many cases, it is very hard to differentiate between an insider or somebody that's going to be close to an insider. Let me give you an example. In the case of military activity, there are hundreds, if not thousands of people that are involved.
Right.
When you talk about insiders in this case, most people, they intuitively point towards like high degree lieutenant or general or high government official. But this can be troops on the ground. It can be people fueling the jet. It can be intelligence. It can be, operations. So it is very hard to decipher like who's behind the crypto Polymarket accounts.
I'm grateful, sir. Thank you for joining us tonight on Quest Means Business. Thank you, sir, Nicholas. Now, I do need to point out to you, of course, total openness and transparency. CNN has a partnership with Kalshi, and we use its data to cover major events, although our editorial employees are prohibited from participating in prediction markets.